may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Hunt versus Tinsley.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Mr. Hunt, you have petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove that you are not the father of Ms. Tinsley's 3-year-old daughter, Josiah.
Yes, Sean.
You say that she is a gold digger and that your relationship with her was brief and purely sexual. Furthermore, you claim that the defendant has defamed your character and she is claiming you are the father of her baby only because you are a successful rapper in your hometown.
Yes,
Not at all.
Yes,
not at all. Not at all.
Now, Ms. Tinsley, you state that you could care less about Mr. Hunt's rap career or his money, and your only concern is that your daughter grows up with a father.
Yes, ma'am.
You admit that you were confident another man was her father until a previous DNA test proved otherwise. But now there is no question in your mind that Mr. Hunt is your daughter's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
All right, now, Mr. Hunt, why would Miss Tinsley claim you are her baby's father if you are so sure you're not?
Yana, I'm more in my city where I'm from. I'm like the hottest rapper around. Not to be sounding cocky or toot my own horn, but I'm on radios. I do shows for any major acts coming to the city. I'm doing my thing. She's a groupie. She's a groupie.
Far from a groupie.
She's
Never been a groupie.
got nothing going for herself. She's dead broke. She's
broke. I keep a job.
She's coming at me for looking at dollar signs. She see dollar signs.
He's
basically.
dead broke.
She see dollar signs.
Wait a minute now. Obviously, you all met and liked each other at least for one night. So let's hear about that.
No.
Let's hear about that. How did you all meet?
On MySpace a long time ago, a while ago. And then we originally met in person like in 08.
No, Yana, that's not how it happened. I found out about this on... I met her, a few years back, but I only hooked up with her one time.
That's a lie. We had sex several times.
One time.
We had sex several times, actually, Your Honor.
With several other guys? What about them?
I'm single. I don't got no man. I ain't married.
Now, this was just a one-night stand kind of thing?
She's a jump off, Yana. She's a groupie. That's what
I'm a jump off. I'm a groupie, though. I'm a groupie all of a sudden.
I found out about this chick when she came to me about the baby. I found out about it on Facebook over my mother's house.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I was on the internet. I was scrolling down the news feed. I seen it on the internet that she put my picture. She took my picture.
After he put statuses
put it next to
about
her
me
daughter
on his Facebook
and put
page.
"You are the father." This was on the internet, Yana.
So wait a minute. So you two I sure did.
This is 3 years later too. Now let me get this right.
Okay,
Yana.
so what?
I've been incarcerated and everything. This is 3 years later now.
Because I thought another man was her dad. And I tested him, and it came back negative. Okay, and you the next possibility, because I was messing with you around the time I got pregnant.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
No, this is wrong.
Let's recap this. You claim you had a one-night stand with Miss Tinsley.
Yes.
Miss Tinsley, you contend you had sex more than one time.
Yes, ma'am, we sure did.
It was a sexual relationship that was ongoing?
No, it was like over
what kind of drugs are
a couple of months period.
I mean, she's
like a couple months. But what you also admit to is that you were having sex with someone else during that very same time.
I was single, and I was kind of doing me. But if I was so much of a slut, I would have 5, 6, 7 kids by 7 different men. I got 2 children by 2 different men. So miss me with what you're talking about.
I'm not one of the men.
Miss Tinsley, you tested one man.
Yes, ma'am.
That you thought was your child's father.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that was your boyfriend at the time.
No, not at the time. It was just my ex-boyfriend. We were still kind of messing around.
All right, so it's the go back to the ex kind of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he turned out not to be the father.
Yes, ma'am. And then prior to him, before the blood test came back, I told Jamarcus, I said, Jamarcus, if the blood test come back negative with my ex-boyfriend, you the next possibility. Cool, everything's cool. Then people start finding out what was going on. Then that's when he thought he's a big rapper, which he ain't making no noise. You local, you're not even on. I'm in Atlanta with it. You still in Louisville with it. You local.
Hold on one second. How did everybody start finding out about it?
I ain't gonna lie. I went parading around the whole city, but I told a few of my friends I sure did. That
Yana,
I could keep
she
it
waited
real with.
3 years, Yana. I went to jail for 2 years. She waited 3 years. She waited till after I had a buzz in my city. I'm on the radio. I'm opening for major acts. And then she came to me with this baby.
I cannot
talking
believe
about
this
she trying to put a
man.
baby on me after she seen that I'm doing things. I'm moving places. I'm going around.
This is what fame does to people. It changes people.
So let me ask you this.
Why would you come to me 3 years later then?
He's saying
because I thought my ex-boyfriend was the daddy.
Why would you wait 3 years after you see that I'm doing things, though? Why didn't you write me when I was in jail, visit me, and come to the jail?
Put it on God.
Man, you can't.
Where's
your
letters
at?
I should have brung him.
Where's your letters at?
I wrote him when he was in jail.
Come on.
I wrote him a few times
I never got
when he
any
was in
letters
jail.
or anything, y'all.
Why? Don't lie.
Wait a minute. You said your ex-boyfriend is the person you thought was the father. When did you get the DNA test from him? How soon after the baby?
It was a couple of years later when we got into it. He demanded a test, so I got it. And then it came back negative. But he still loved my daughter. He was still helping my daughter. Still to this day, I can call him. He'll send me some money, Western Union, if I need it.
So, but now, Mr. Hunt, clearly you understand the answer now as to why she was a tad bit tardy
she's a groupie,
on the request.
I'm not a groupie.
Yana, she's showing up at, I told you I opened for Major Act. She's showing up at the club with this baby on her arm, Yana.
That's a lie.
She's showing up at the club with this baby on her arm, Yana. I never seen this in my life, Yana.
Okay.
She's showing up at the studio.
Hold on, let's get some order. I want to hear this from Mr. Hunt.
He's
Mr. Hunt,
lying.
she came to the club with the baby?
Yana, I kid you not. She came to the club with the baby on her arm yelling, "You are the father. This is your baby. Why aren't you taking care of your baby? You're a deadbeat dad."
I cannot believe what I'm hearing.
So that didn't happen. Miss Tinsley, you never.
I never had my baby.
Yana, not only the club, though, Yana. She's coming to the studio. I'm leaving out the studio with me and my friends, my partners. We leaving out. She's showing up at the studio with this baby.
He agreed to do the blood test. Why you agreed to do it before then? What made you change your mind, Marcus?
So, Miss Tinsley, you're saying that there was a time when he agreed flat out, I'll take the blood test.
Yeah, he agreed to it. And they was gonna cut off my welfare check if I didn't get nobody tested.
So wait, let me understand. Was this about the welfare check?
No,
or
ma'am.
the welfare of your child? If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Were you coming after him and trying to figure out who your child's father was because the court demanded you do it? Or was it because you truly wanted to know?
I really want to know. Both, kind of, to be honest with you.
She inboxed my mom, y'all.
Yes, I sure did, because I want her to know what was going on, because he sure wasn't going to tell her.
You inboxed her where?
On Facebook.
I need to hear from Ms. Moore. Ms. Moore, please stand. Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell the court.
Your Honor, I received an inbox in my Facebook from a person that I had no idea who they were. And what that message said to me is, my name is Jamie. No, you don't know me, but I used to mess around with your son, and you are the potential grandmother of my daughter. I'm blown away at this point. So my response to that was, let me talk to my son first, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I'm a woman before I'm anything else. And I've been a woman far longer than I've been a mother.
Okay.
I know what it is to have to raise a child with a father being absent. And the catch-22 to all of this madness is, I'm not raising mama's boys, I'm raising men.
Okay.
And if he is the father, then he's gonna step up and do what needs to be done.
Okay, but I'm not saying...
The fact, I'm gonna give you facts.
That's what I want to hear.
The fact of the matter is, I've already drawn my conclusion about this young lady when she inboxed me. And after she told me that somebody else had been tested, and here you are coming at me 3 years later, my first impression was she's a hoe.
Let's use proper language in the court, okay?
Okay. But I've been single many times, Your Honor, but I didn't sleep with multiple men because I was single. And I'm not telling her how to handle her business. But if that's her choice, all I'm saying is strap up because you could come up with more than just a baby.
Okay, but I do wear condoms.
More than just a baby.
I only got 2 kids.
We're testing for DNA, but we might need to test for STDs.
I don't got no STDs. Why you coming over here doing all of that? I don't got no STDs, so I don't hear what
you don't know who your baby's father is.
Okay, and I'm honest to find out. I need to know what's going on.
Let's get some order in the court. Ms. Tinsley, I will say that Ms. Moore waited patiently while you gave your account. I've asked her to give hers. I need you to let her speak.
Thank you.
Please.
Here's my thing. In order to deal with that baby, I've got to deal with this mother. And the things that I've seen on Facebook, because I don't know her personally, there's always an argument with other women.
Groupie.
Stay out of my business.
Haters.
Why is everybody hating on me? Why is everybody worried about my baby daddy? You know, and I'm looking, thinking, who does this? What makes you a mother is setting the
why
prime
do you
example.
think she is saying your son could perhaps be the father?
Like I said initially, Your Honor, I'm a woman before I'm anything, and I know that we can be some of the most scandalous creatures on the planet. I wasn't always 50. I've been 20, and I know when you see dollar signs and you struggling,
he don't
you do
even
whatever
got no
you got to do.
money, though,
You
like
don't know
that.
what he has.
He ain't making no noise. He ain't got no record.
But
He ain't doing nothing.
okay,
All right.
she says he's not doing anything, he's doing major things. And
He ain't
clearly,
doing no more than
she
what I'm
must have
doing.
gotten a buzz that he's about to get that deal. Because why are you showing up 3 years later?
Listen, I don't know nothing about no record deal. He ain't signed no check yet. I ain't heard no none of that until I see it. As far as 3 years later, because it took me that long to find out that the potential father that I thought was not. That's what made me come out to Jamarcus, because I was messing with him around the time. And my daughter does look like this man.
Yana,
It's
this does
not,
not look like
about
me,
his
Yana.
money. I have never asked Jamarcus
Does not look like me,
dime
Yana.
on my daughter. I have never
not
asked
look
this
like
man
me,
for
Yana.
nothing.
I'm trying to understand, as a mom that loves her child, why do you make that move? Why do you post her picture alongside this man's picture without confirmation that he's the father? Why post that on your
Why?
page?
The only reason
Because
why-
it's
Why would
not
you do
just
that?
making your child the subject of speculation, but also your credibility, because truthfully, what mother does that with their child's picture?
Hold on, don't try to make me seem like I'm a bad guy. I'm a good mother. I take care of my kids. I don't care what he's talking about. I'm a good mother, and I'm not gonna have you, him, or his mama tell me anything different.
Let's get one thing straight. I'm not here to judge you as a person. There's not a person in this room, including me, that has not made a mistake, a bad decision, done the wrong thing, or hurt somebody.
Amen.
What I am here to judge, in order to get to the truth, Miss Tinsley, are your actions, because the actions are the evidence. When you post a picture of a man that you think might be your child's father alongside your child's picture, you're not just putting that father at risk or exposing his personal business, you're exposing your child's. That's my point. And that's what I am questioning in this moment and asking you, why is it you made that choice?
It was just get back at him for putting what he put on his page. He put it on his page
Another
first.
thing I need you to understand, along with everyone else, is all this Facebook posting and texting all your business out in the air. You cannot get mad if later you are judged on those actions when you put them out in the universe for everyone to see.
I know.
No one would know your business unless it was out there. And so it's not just the fact that you posted it. I'm trying to get behind the reasoning. Now, the truth that I will take is you said I did it to get back at him. But what I'm saying to you is let's keep it really real. You didn't have to go that route for your child's
After
sake.
1,000
That's the
comments.
point. I know you're defensive because this is difficult for you, and that's why we're about to get to the results for everyone involved, because I know that this is a very difficult thing. But I wouldn't be the woman that I am if I didn't tell you that. Jerome, the results, please. Jamie, what's the matter? Talk to me.
I don't want nothing from him, dog. For real, like real talk, man. I never asked him for nothing. He's calling me a groupie. I never even stopped him. I did none of that. I'm a groupie now because he rap. That's messed up, dog. Because we was cool before all of this happened.
Listen, you love your children, and you love this child regardless. Am I correct? No. Mr. Hunt, let me speak. Look at me. That child is counting on you to be strong and pull it together. You made a mistake. So did everybody else in here before. It's not how you fall down, it's how you get back up again. Now, I want you to get back up, not be so worried about getting back at. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
So I know you say you've never asked Mr. Hunt for anything. It upsets you that he's calling you these names. But ultimately, just tell the court, what is it that you want from this? You just want your child to know who their father is.
Yes, ma'am. I don't want nothing from him. My mama left me in the hospital when I was born. I actually didn't even grow up with my mama. I grew up in foster care. So for me to have a daughter and then she don't know who her daddy is, it's like pitiful. I need to figure out what's going on, man.
Mr. Hunt, what would you like to know in terms of if the child is yours?
If she's mine, I'm gonna take care of my daughter.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
If she's not mine, I would appreciate an apology or something to leave me alone.
I do owe you an apology if she ain't yours.
All right, I think it's time for the results. Our results today were prepared by DNA Diagnostics. And per the report, in the case of Hunt versus Tinsley, do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Hunt versus Tinsley, when it comes to 3-year-old Josiah, Mr. Hunt, you are not her father.
Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good luck to you, Jamie, in finding your daughter's father.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Miss Tinsley, are you
are not
okay?
the father.
You okay?
I'm still gonna do good. I'll take good care of my daughter. She'll be straight regardless. I'm her daddy.
This may be embarrassing. This may not be the way you wanted this to turn out, but I don't want you to be deterred from finding out who your daughter's father is. But I want you to go about it in a more respectful way and keep things private until you know the results.
Yes,
you understand? Don't let the anger or the shame or the resentment of any guy stop you from finding out who her father is, because she deserves that. Are we clear?
Yes,
I wish you the best of luck. I know you're gonna do good things. I see it in your eyes. I know we had a little moment today. You okay?
Hold your head up. We've all made some bad choices.
See? Now that's another woman in the room encouraging you. It's
Keep
okay.
your head up. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep it moving.
And on that note, court is adjourned. Amen to that. I know it was a tough day, and I know those weren't the results you were expecting, nor you wanted.
It's just pitiful, man. For real.
You said some touching things about your childhood while you were in that courtroom, and I know you've been through a lot. And I'm happy that you're making sure that your children don't go through what you've been through.
Yeah, they won't.
I'm here for you. I'll be checking in on you.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
Hug. I'll be all right.